By like 3 weeks. Yeah, the first 2 weeks he was working. Last week, well, it was Christmas.
Yeah.
And so it is New Year's Eve now.
Yes.
We can explain that in another video.
Yes, my people wanted me to work an extra week. So I had to work 2 weeks in a row.
Anyway, so...
It sucked.
Yeah. We're here to review the 11th episode of season 4.
Some episode of some season that
called Heroes and Villains.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just had to rewatch it again since it's been 3 weeks since we saw the episode. Oops. I am really sorry that we're this late. God, don't make them play with my pen. The kitten decided she wanted to attack
we
my
have
pen.
5 cats now.
We have 5 cats now. But we can explain all that in another video. We really need to do this.
And we'll be getting a dog in like a month. Red Healer? Hoo-ah!
We
I
got
finally get my dog.
Anyway, so yeah. This thing to the thing that we're actually here for.
OMG, I can totes sense magic now. Because since I was all like, yo, I'm magical.
Magical fingers. Magical jazz hand fingers.
Yeah.
Ever since then, she's now obviously a pro at magic.
Yeah, she's like a magic guru.
Not only can she sense that there's magic there, she can sense what kind of magic. Because
and what it does.
For some reason, she can tell that if you go past the line, you're never coming back.
Okay, also.
How does she know this?
Also, let's discuss the fact that all other magic forever and ever and ever in history, whenever the caster dies, it just goes away. Why is there residual magic now?
I don't.
Why are there so many retarded plot devices?
Magic works the way they need the plot.
Why are there so many plot devices?
They need it to work for the plot. Because the writers suck these days.
Wait,
they just don't care anymore.
And let's discuss plot devices, but let's also discuss the number of plots that happened this season. Because apparently the stars are also going to align at the perfectest time forever.
Oh my god. So yeah, what a coincidence that the stars are aligning right now the way that they are aligned in the hat right now. Like, the chances of that, because it's like a galaxy's worth of stars or more, and yet
I know the whole
how
season.
Is this?
I know the whole season he's been hinting at this. It's like, yo, I've got this plan. Yo, I've got this plan. But this dude has had this plan.
He's had this plan for a while, apparently.
For
like
300
chronological.
years.
Not necessarily 300 years.
Well, maybe not, but oh well, whatever. Centuries probably. At least more than a century, I'm sure.
At least several decades. At least, like bare minimum, several decades. So what, was he gonna just sit on the hat even if it was filled with magic uses until the perfect time, which just so happened to be now? I just don't understand. But yeah. Anyway, so how about Rumpelstiltskin Puppet Master?
Master of puppets are pulling the strings or holding the heart.
Yeah, I like how whenever, you know,
Twisting your mind and slashing your dreams.
Hook was talking. Yeah, Hook uses his hand to talk, but there's kind of like a Rumple-ish quality to how he was moving his hands.
Yeah, he was kind of doing that.
I liked that. That was an interesting little touch there. Also, some of the things that they've had Rumple tell Hook or the Snow Queen is just so out of character that it hurts. But I've learned to just not trust what Rumple says in recent times to the villains because he just talks out his ass to make him sound more intimidating and shit because he's still afraid of everything. Because he's Rumpelstiltskin. Like, his entire storyline centers around the fact that he's afraid. But, yeah.
So, why did you make me put curtains down on this list?
Okay, curtains. I made him put curtains because back in season 2, whenever the episode Lacey aired, I was really annoyed, hold on, that the curtains...
Nothing of any importance.
...were not covering the windows. It's a chronological thing. And no, it is very important because one of the things that made a big difference in the whole Rumple-Belle relationship was whenever she was messing with the curtains and fell, and he let the curtains stay down and let some light in because of Belle. And the fact that they didn't have the curtains in the episode Lacey annoyed me. So I'm glad that they brought the curtains back in. So yeah. That is
Nothing
one.
of any
No,
importance.
it is important to the people, to some people. And then
Yeah.
there's other people like you. But there are people there that will appreciate the fact that I pointed that fact out.
So yes, this gauntlet, yo, greatest weakness.
It finds the person's greatest weakness, which almost always,
Like
for
90% of the time.
almost everyone, is the thing or one they love most. Almost. Quote, almost. Almost.
They got it, Lexi.
Yeah.
Almost.
God damn it, Belle. That doesn't mean he loves the dagger more than you. It doesn't mean he loves power more than you. It means it's his greatest freaking weakness because, you know, it causes him to lose all free will at all whatsoever. I consider that a little bit more of a weakness than the one that you love. As much as he loves you, that's still more of a weakness. But almost. Anyway. Sorry.
For the record, I appreciated the fact that, you know, Regina put Marianne's heart back in her chest and she was all like, yeah, I'll just
Step out the
move
way.
out the way. Because that was the classy thing to do.
Well, not only that, but I don't blame Marion at all for not wanting to be with someone that, you know, is only deciding to stay with her out of obligation. It's like, no, I want to be with someone that loves me, damn it. I deserve that too. I deserve that chance. Everyone deserves to be with someone they love. Okay, they shouldn't
Yeah.
have to be stuck with the person just because, you know,
damn it,
obligation.
man. Shouldn't have died the first time around.
Still annoyed that they brought her into the show in the first place to cause drama, but whatever.
Oh, so yeah, it's basically confirmed that the author is the sorcerer. The
Yes.
author is the sorcerer.
Yeah, because they had Rumble say that the house belongs to the sorcerer, and then they had Henry, Regina, and Emma see that the house belongs to the author. So it's like almost 100% confirmation that the author is the sorcerer, and even though Adam and Eddie are like, oh, we don't know, we will find out. We know. Don't lie. We're not idiots.
Wait, just
We know.
somebody's gonna see.
1 + 1 = 2.
No, it equals 11. Also, remember, hon, just because you said this, somebody's going to see this and they're going to be like, "Oh, dirt!" Nope, they're brothers. Or they're cousins.
Or their husbands.
Or they're husbands.
They
That
could
a
be
thing.
husbands. God damn it.
I'm telling you, just wait. This will be a thing.
Because we need more complicated shit also. And they're like Charming's cousin by the 10th power 3 times removed because they have to be on the family tree.
Yeah. So, hey, Grandma.
I liked that part. That was cute. And
Hottest grandma I've ever seen. I'd hit that.
And Belle's just like, yeah, about that. Belle's fine. Belle's good. Belle.
By the
I'm with
way, it's
Belle.
okay. She said she'd share.
So, okay, so Belle
She
was
said she'd
getting
share,
all aggravated about, you know, the gauntlet being in the shop. And now, even if Rumple hadn't gotten the gauntlet back from the Queens of Darkness, there is still a really good chance
The
that the gauntlet would have ended up in his shop anyway, because everything ends up in the shop.
Yeah, Lex kind of pointed that out to me. She's like, hey, put that everything ends up at the shop. I'm like, why? He had it in his possession. Of course it ended up at the shop.
But everything ends up in his shop. The 7 dwarfs tankards, which are drinking mugs, ended up in his shop. Emma's, you know, unicorn not chandelier. What? Mobile. The baby mobile. It ended up in his shop. Like, Eric's cloak. It ended up in his shop. Everything ends up in his shop.
Yeah. Random things show up there.
Just random things that belong to people that don't even matter end up in his shop. So, of course, the gauntlet's in his shop.
By the way, the whole sand dollar scene, Lexi wanted to point out the fact that that Belle's coat clasp kept moving.
No, it didn't keep moving. Okay, so in Skin Deep, the first episode that Belle was ever in, her coat clasp was, usual place that will keep the boobage warm. Okay, it's right here. It's perfect place. It's not gonna pull on anything. But for no reason at all whatsoever, in this episode, they put her clasp right here to show the cleavage, because there is literally no other reason to have it right there, because right there is the worst place to have a coat clasp.
Actually, to be honest, I don't have boobs, and it kind of looked uncomfortable. They looked squished.
It looked awkward. But, well, to be fair, she was also wearing a corset, which was kind of, pushing them.
Yeah, when you push up, but no, they look
from
squished.
Personal experience, whenever you have a clasp that is right over your boobs, because that is the part of your torso that is, the biggest, it pulls on the clasp the most, and so it's not going, it's going to fall off more likely. Also, if your girls are, all exposed to the air, what's the point of having the cloak? Because that's cold. That is really cold.
Well,
from personal experience.
Okay, so Cruella and her magical powers, does she create Dalmatian puppies?
Yeah.
Oh God, no!
Apparently.
No, not Cruella. She gives us dogs.
Apparently Cruella does in fact have magical powers. Adam and Eddie said this in an interview. And me and Richie were watching the episode, we're like, okay, so what are her powers? Magic puppy creating powers? Cause instead of, stealing puppies, she makes them? I don't understand what her powers would possibly be, and why is there a puppy, and also, why was she wearing that in the Enchanted Forest? I get that it's Cruella de Vil, but they couldn't, enchant a forest-fied her clothes to just make it somewhat match the world. And not only that, but one friend pointed out something to me. There are drag queens that have a hell of a lot better wigs that are half black, half white than that rat's nest looked like. I'm sorry, I get they were probably trying to make it look all artsy and shit. It looked like crap.
So, also, Cruella did not look very, Cruella de Vil was all about class. She had to look better than everybody else. She had to be classier than everybody else. No, she just looked clinically insane.
Hey, she looked clinically insane in the cartoon, too.
Yeah, but when she wasn't looking clinically insane, she was all about looking better than everybody else. No, she just looks clinically insane all the time.
I just don't like the way they have Cruella.
I just don't like Cruella.
I just don't like.
I don't think she had.
They should have done her better. They could have done her better.
Okay.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yes, they could have.
That's the motto of.
They could have done her better. But I just don't like the fact that the character is in this at all.
And if they brought her in, they should have put her in a different way, not one of the Queens of Darkness with magic. And they were apparently all taught by Rumpelstiltskin.
Yes,
because
Rumpelstiltskin
said something,
trained the unholy trinity.
But no, he said something about, the students trying to surpass the teacher or something like that. And so I guess that means that he taught them. And so I thought of this. Is there any female sorcerer on this show that has not been trained by Rumpelstiltskin? Also, on that note. Wait. Snow Queen. Snow Queen was not trained by him.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
To be fair, I don't think she was really trained by anyone.
Yeah.
Because, that her brand of magic just doesn't match the magic that has previously been put on this show.
Okay, so back to normal times. Another plot device. Residual magic nonsense.
We
That
went
shit.
over the residual magic.
Yeah, I know, but then Marion gets frozen and stuff again,
Oh, yeah.
and then they have to cross over.
Like at the perfect moment. Like she didn't have any symptoms at all whatsoever.
Happy endings are in sight.
Like no symptoms at all whatsoever.
Not
and
even
all
like
of a sudden,
I'm chilly.
yeah, she wasn't
No.
even like slightly cold. No, like all of a sudden her face is completely frozen over again. It's like, what? Where did this come from?
Wrong.
Don't get it.
Rumpelstiltskin went and told Regina goodbye.
Oh yeah. I like the fact that, you know, out of everyone in Storybrooke, he went and told his old student goodbye. That was sweet.
Rival.
They had a very interesting relationship. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I like that he told her to, you know, tell Henry goodbye for him. His grandson.
Yeah. So.
And that he does know that Henry was rifling around his shop.
Oh, I'm sure he did. Henry's stubborn, not subtle.
Yeah, I blame the charming half for that because, yeah.
Okay.
Though he can be sneaky occasionally.
So Rumpelstiltskin said one of the smartest, wisest things I think he's ever said for the entire series.
Which is a pretty impressive considering he's a pretty wise guy.
Yes. Just because you're good doesn't mean good happens to you. Life shits on you sometimes, people.
But yeah, like that's pretty much...
Did it to me a bunch.
Pretty much his motivations for this entire half of the season. Or rather, this entire season, because from what I can see of what's going to be next half, it all stems from the fact that he did a good thing. Like, he sacrificed himself for Belle and Bellfire, and, you know, because of that, sacrificed himself for the entire town. And what happened in response to that? He was captured, imprisoned, held against his will, like, lost all free will, and watched his son die in front of him. Pretty much watched his son die in front of him twice, as well as sharing a body with his son. Yeah, I don't blame the guy for wanting to, you know, get rid of his dagger and just not want to do good anymore, because if you do good and then shit like that happens, yeah. He's kind of suffering from post-traumatic stress, big time.
Oh, by the way, I love how he said he's about to achieve. Now, granted, he did say something also correct, is that sometimes you just have to take your happy ending. It won't always be given to you. It'll present itself, but that doesn't mean it's going to be given to you, and that doesn't mean you're not going to have to fight for it. That's true. He said he's about to take his happy ending and get everything he ever wanted, except
What
his son.
about Bellfire? Bellfire's still dead. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want his son dead. So that... I'm still getting the hard feeling that the writers are trying to erase Neil's existence from the show because they want everyone and everything to be all Captain Swanee.
Okay, so...
Because they're huge man crush on Colin.
Man crush Mondays. So, people. We're going to talk about clothes. For just a second.
Okay.
Marion's wardrobe never changed. They're about to send her into the world without magic, which is current time, and they let her go out in that.
Yeah, they couldn't just, you know, like toss an extra thing of clothes over the line for her. I mean, I'm sure it wouldn't have been... Her and Regina look about the same size. She couldn't have just
know about that,
tossed some,
still.
you know, clothes.
Also, Maleficent's wardrobe.
Or magic some clothes up and toss it across the town line.
No, because then it would disappear. And without magic, duh.
But
Maleficent's
then why didn't Robin suddenly get naked whenever he crossed the town line? Because his clothes were magically made from the curse.
No.
Hey.
No. I'm not arguing that one.
Anyway, so
Maleficent's clothes. What the hell, people?
It's to match the movie because they want money from the movie.
It's dumb.
They want money because of, well, not money, but ratings! Ratings! It's all about the ratings.
It's dumb. She's died, what, twice already?
Yeah, but that hasn't anything to do with the clothes.
Yeah, but it's a reboot from the movie, so...
Yeah, it's a blatant take from the movies. I mean, at the very least, let her hair down because her hair was just so fabulous whenever we've seen her previously. I can't imagine that glorious mane just being tucked inside that hat.
Oh, by the way, we already talked about Cruella and her not stylishness of not style.
And her Jenny clothes.
Yeah. Lexi likes Ursula. Ursula looks pretty cool.
I like Ursula. Ursula is a sarcastic awesomeness.
I don't dislike Ursula. She seems pretty cool.
Did you know that her dad is going to be Poseidon?
Yes. You told me that. By the way, I do like Rumpel's stab at Cruella. It was quite awesome. Desperation and gin. That was funny. That was funny.
Yeah. But...
Oh, Emma. Maybe I should open the magic door because magic can be unpredictable because I know these things now because I'm a magic guru.
I'm going to open the door, and even though I can't see straight through the door, I'll automatically know it's fine now just because I opened the door.
Holy shit, people. It was a door. Really?
Yeah. Okay. Also, so Anna was frozen for 30 years.
Rumple has just started becoming good in like the last 2.
Yeah, in the last like 2-3 years, Rumple has started doing good things. And
so,
to be fair, she was right, but the point still being...
Yeah, that's not the point. She was right. She was right, but that's not the point. The point is...
They didn't give Rumple even the slightest benefit of the doubt. Whenever she said, oh, he lies about everything. It's like they didn't even mention the fact that, oh, well, to be fair, it's been a while.
Well, no, but he did blatantly lie this season about not knowing her. So that'll give them a...
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, as I said, even the slightest shred of doubt. They didn't give him any benefit of the doubt because they only care about Rumple, period, whenever they need him. That's the only time they consider him family. However, any other point in time, he could go die for all they care.
That's kind of bullshit.
And
also, by the way,
I don't blame him for not caring about them because they don't care about him. Boom.
Okay. Also, where'd Belle come from?
Oh yeah, she suddenly just appeared out of nowhere with the dagger. And I'm pretty damn sure that just because you have the dagger doesn't mean you can suddenly appear next to the Dark One. I'm pretty sure you have to, call the Dark One to you. And Emma and Snow had just used the elevator. Yeah. It was only Emma and Snow.
Yeah. Lol,
where did Belle come from?
Lol, Belle's overreaction, and it was wrong!
What?
Greatest weakness.
Covered that already.
Yeah, I know we covered that. And then she overreacts and make him walk across the town line where he limps for miles.
Okay, so, nearest diner is several miles away.
He has no money.
Said in the episode.
He has no money. Unless he actually has a wallet, which is possible because Regina had money. So therefore, I could assume that Rumple had money.
He had to pawn his cufflinks.
He did have to pawn his cufflinks, but...
But point being, he still had to limp all the way to the diner. And then from there, he probably didn't have his wallet because he was still wearing the same clothes he left in.
Just because it's the only clothes he had.
He could have bought new clothes.
I said he had money. I didn't say how much money he had.
I'm pretty sure if he had his wallet, considering, he could have had like a bank account card.
To Storybrooke Bank.
So?
To Magical Bank or
I
nothing.
can use my Regions card anywhere. Damn it.
To a magical bank?
So?
No, I'm not. No.
Hey, he bought airplane tickets. Season 2. He bought airplane tickets. He had previously bought the airplane tickets.
Did he buy them or did he magic some up?
No, I'm pretty sure he bought them.
Pretty
since
sure.
They were in the Land Without Magic, and then he had to buy an extra one. He had to buy a third ticket.
Oh, he had to buy a third ticket.
A new person. Anyway.
Perhaps he magicked some up and then had money and bought the third ticket.
Point being,
I have a magic debit card.
several miles, no cane. Probably had to just grab a random stick so that he wasn't, you know, crawling, like half crawling there.
Bullshit.
And
I think they should have just. I think they could have just put his ass in jail because I'm sure there's some sort of magical something. In which there is. Back from Pan's thing. There's a magical thingamajigger that.
Pandora's box?
No. There's magical thingamajiggers that take people's magic away.
Cuff?
Yes.
I don't know if the cuff appeared in the second curse.
Well, I don't know. I don't care either. But I'm sure there's something there that can make him not magic.
Okay, so it makes me really, really mad that Belle didn't give him a single chance to explain himself. I understand you're pissed. I understand all this. But at the very freaking least, yeah, make him let you talk. Tell him, no, let me talk.
Command
but
him
then
the truth.
You have him tell you the truth.
Command him the truth.
Communication. Communication. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Cards Against Humanity.
Cards Against Humanity. The key to marriage is communication, communication,
And blank.
and blank.
Which is always hilarious.
And I'm sure for Belle it'd be the truth. It's like, Jeannie, tell her the truth.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. Seriously, though, like, ooh. Belle should have let him talk. Okay? Also, there's a lot of people going on about how Belle has only now gained her, like, own regency because she made him cross the town line. Now she's her own person. Because, you know, previously she was not her own person. Because you're not your own person if you were with someone. Boom, boom, boom. I'm not my own person, Richie.
I know, you're mine. I claimed you.
Like,
Also.
they needed to separate. Yes. But that was really out of character for Belle. And I am super upset with her about that fact.
Okay, so, something that I thought was going to be quite hilarious. LOL, Emma's never taken in or put back a heart in anybody's chest, so I thought it would have been hilarious if she just, you know, hurried up and tried to
Because she was trying to, like, do, like, a Band-Aid and just, like, slam it in there.
Yeah, it would have made
He's
me
like-
laugh if he'd have just crushed his heart against his own chest and been like, ah! Whoops. Because she's never done that magic before.
Me, I was laughing because I'm like, well, what if she, you know, in her rush to get it in his chest, pushed it to the other side of him, like back out his back and into the wall, which was right behind him, and just crush.
I like just crushing it against his chest. So close, but yet so
Either
far.
way. And then there's some people that are upset about the fact that right after she gave him his heart, instead of spending time with him, she went and became drinking buddies with Regina.
Hells yeah.
I'm okay with her and Regina being drinking buddies. Shit, they can be drinking buddies all they want. I am okay with that.
Yep. Okay, people. We have 10 seconds left. Gotta go. Love you all.
Bye!
Bye.